Welcome everyone, Madman bringing another RSL video. So today we're going to do a follow-up video. Um, Real quick here, you hopefully watched my Shogun video there. Anyhow, I was curious. So, Reliquary Tender, you can see here, she's in the final build, but we'll go over it again. 284, almost 70k, almost 2k defense there. Other stats don't matter. Need the A2 booked. Went with Phantom Touch. She is 5-star blessing. And Mastery. Now, again, Cold Heart. This is the fast one. Here's her masteries. Again, basically Flawless Execution to get the extra crit damage. I probably should have chose Cycle of Magic so she could get back around to her Heartseeker sooner, hopefully. But you do not want Cycle Magic on your cleansers. Fully booked. And then just mostly random gear there. 40k would be better, but 40k and almost 2k again. 247 speed is the big thing. Of course, 70% crit rate, 270 crit damage. A little bit of accuracy in there, but not required if you're using her for just this dungeon. Again, Paragon, only thing really required with him. Again, probably 40k HP and 2k in defense would be sufficient, but I think you did get targeted higher up, so if you can go higher, which shouldn't be too bad, at 175, you don't need any other stats. That should be fine. I have upgraded him to level 60, but he is still 2-star blessing. He is booked, but you just need his A2 booked for the 2-turn unkillable, and then he has 0 masteries. Gnarlhorn, I went ahead and ran a few masteries here. And then, of course, he is fully booked, again, with Phantom's Touch, and he is 2-star blessing here. Once you get to you're going to be using his A3 to climb, but just as A1 once you're farming at stage 25. Basically, you just want high crit damage and 183 speed. I don't know how much variation you have in here, but you can always try it. But 183 speed, 302 crit rate. I got 51k and HP. I need to up his defense. That should be enough, but I need his up defense on the final boss there. If he crits at the very top end, he does nuke Gnarlhorn, and if he nukes him right off the bat, it's game over. Lastly, we got Mithrala here. Same gear as last time. Speed, perception, accuracy gear there. Her stats 71k, 3200 in defense, but 270 speed. She does have enough accuracy to land her poisons. She's not fully booked on the A1, but the others are fully booked. But the big thing is her cleanse is fully booked and down on a 3-turn cooldown. She's got polymorph, that does not matter. She's just 1-star blessing. Her masteries, again, basically come down. This is okay because she's not running in the final stage. She's not running stage 25, and we're manually. So she gets that skill back sooner. Doesn't matter because we're manually. But if you're running on auto, you don't want Cycle Magic. Anyway, she's got the accuracy and then some defensive stats there. It doesn't matter. I'll show you on her. I ran into this error last night where I had the 5-star Reliquary Tender and Survival Instinct, and this gives a turn meter boost whenever debuffed is placed. Enfeeble, decreased defense. You get turn meter boost, and that was throwing off the comp, especially on 25, where it was running on auto, because at 5 stars, she is getting a 10% turn meter boost. That was not good and throwing everything out of whack, so do not take this blessing for anyone if you're going to be using them in the final. Now, Reliquary Tender doesn't have to be Reliquary Tender. Mithrala doesn't have to be Mithrala. It's nice because both of them are voids, and both of them have 3-turn cooldown on their cleanse. Cold Heart can be Newt or any max HP. It could even be Ninja, but it's a different tune for Ninja. Um, and then where is it? This Cold Heart will be the one we use for stage 25. Again, fully booked. Mastery is pretty similar, but we want it to a little different route. But again, crit damage, crit rate. She does have Psycho Magic on her. Fully booked with the Phantom Touch. She only has 1 star. So that is what can get me in trouble. But again, with her, 44k HP, not quite 1800 in defense, but she does have the crit rate and the crit damage required for her Heartseeker to be doing the damage. She's only being brought in when we want to run full auto on stage 25. So I don't want to make this video too long. It will take a little while to record it, but what I want to do, and I did do stage 17, but let's, I'm not going to do all of them. Let's tackle, let's say stage 10. Hopefully you can get to 10. So here's the comp. This is manual again. I'll go through the sequence again, just in case you didn't watch the other video, because I know it was long. So it's a whole lot of A1s. So the boss hits Gnarlhorn because he has the highest crit damage. We don't use Mithril as A2, and we only use her A3 when we need to cleanse. Heartseeker with Cold Heart. This first turn, we're only going to A1 with Gnarlhorn, and then we're going to use Paragon to put Unkillable on Gnarlhorn right off the bat. Again, since we're faster, we'll let her do her A1. Now he hits us with these debuffs. We don't want them. It's going to jump the shade counter up only by 2, so lower level, not a big deal. But you want to cleanse those off, and then we will drop these down, and it's just, again, like I said, it's A1 cycles going through all of this. Now, since he's got 2 turns unkillable, we're not going to use his unkillable yet. Next go round, we will. Just A1 with Paragon here. Another A1 with Cold Heart. Keep A1ing. And then we get around A1. The nice thing about Withdrawal, she puts the poisons up. So we can do a little bit more damage and get the boss killed a little faster. Now he's down to 1 turn. So you got to watch out for that, and that's when you want to put his unkillable on himself. That frees up Paragon, so we're going to A1 again. And now you're going to get into a sync rotation between the 2 of them, constantly keeping Gnarlhorn unkillable. Heartseeker is now available, so we'll do Heartseeker. Again, A1. Boom, he hits us. Only 1 enfeeble, so on this lower stage, not a big deal, but we still cleanse it off. And then back to our A1 cycle there. When we get to the later stages, I will show you one important thing. But now it's 1 turn, so we're going to use his unkillable ability on Gnarlhorn. And back to the A1 rotations here. Again, down to 1 turn, so we'll use his own unkillable ability on himself. Back around to the Heartseeker. Then it's going to be A1, A1, A1. Now we can do the cleanse here. All right, this is where he gets tricky. Not too bad at this lower level, but he's got enfeeble, so he's going to weak hit. That's going to put the counter up to 8. We're going to cleanse. That's going to push it back up to 8. Now you get dropped depending on the blessings. So that 8 went to 6. And then I think it's 2 points for every enfeeble and decreased defense you cleanse off. So it didn't go that high. So we're okay here. 1 turn on the unkillable, so we'll use Paragon to put him back up to 2, and then back into our A1 rotation for the most part. Heartseeker's available, so we'll go ahead and do that. A1, okay, 1 turn again, so use his own unkillable on himself. Now luckily, it timed up perfect that the debuffs came on right when Mithril was ready to cleanse. Again, you can see 2 there. Don't need to use his unkillable yet. I know this is a painful manual thing, but once you get to 25 and you've got the speed tune already set up, it's just well, you got the speeds already set up, then you just put the tune in and let it run full auto. Let's see, so yeah, 1 turn unkillable, so put the unkillable. What I do recommend is while you are climbing up, every 3 to 5 levels, go take a break. I'm telling you, because this manual boring tediousness, as you can see already, and it's only going to get worse. Well, with commenting, it's already over 5 minutes here, but normally it was taking me about 4.5 minutes a run. See, enfeebled there, so we'll cleanse. Cold Heart's real wicked. We didn't probably have to do that right there, but you know, get the habit of staying in sync with what you're doing there, and you won't struggle. All right, so that's stage 10. So we're able to do stage 10. Not a big deal. I know you can do all the floors in between. So let's jump up. Let's see. Stage 10 was, what was that? Void. So what do we want to do? Let's jump up to stage 15. That's Spirit. Shouldn't really matter because everybody's a Void champion here. That's partly why I chose them. Plus, you know, Reliquary Tinder being rare Void. Hopefully you have her by now if you're tackling this kind of content here. Mithril, hopefully you have earned her from Hydra at this point, but you don't need really the 2 of them. Pythion is a 3-turn cleanser, so here it lines up to where Reliquary Tinder gets to cleanse, which sadly actually is worse for me, just based on the fact that Reliquary Tinder has a 5-star blessing and Mithril only has a single star, and we want to get that counter down. All right, see there, that counter went from 7 to 12, so he crit Gnarlhorn when he hit him. Not good when he does that first hit, and that can start to mess us up. I don't know how much, like on this stage it will, but on the later stages, it definitely can mess us up if we can't get the counter back down in time. So if he like crits and then crits and then crits, it could be real bad. Anyway, you've seen the pattern again. When he gets down to 1 turn, either use his unkillable or Paragon's. If he's still at 2, don't use either one's unkillable. It's pretty much as simple as that. And then when cleanse, the only time you're going to use Cold Heart's Heartseeker is when enfeeble and decrease defense, either one of them or both, are upon her. You don't want to be hitting the boss. With the A1, the A3 won't be doing damage, so you'll be wasting it. So right here, she's got both of them on, right? This will do next to no damage. This will really shoot the counter up because it's a 4-hitter. So this is just a single hitter. We're going to hit. It jumped up to 8, but she's got 3-star blessing, so it decreased back down to 5. Now with Gnarlhorn, he can't weak hit or whatever, so boom, that 5 goes down to 3. Now we want to cleanse with Reliquary Tinder. That's why we got 2 cleansers in just in case. And we keep that counter, get that counter back below 10. It's up to 13 now, but we're going to use Unkillable on him. We got the Heartseeker available, so this is going to bring us back down to 10. This will bring us down to 5, and we're back in the range here, and we're kind of maintaining control. I want to say above 20 is when the counter starts shooting up real high, and I don't know if it's 20 or 30 he starts hitting through unkillable, and trust me, the run will just end in spectacular fashion. But if you saw the other videos, you've seen all this before, so I've talked to the caveats. So here we are again. This is why it's nice to have them fully booked so that skill is actually available. Now we're up to 11, then back down to 8. This cleanse is going to push us 14. I thought it was going to push us 16, but anyway, got to get this counter down. Not bad right there, but I want to say, I can't remember. You had to watch one of my earlier videos on this where I kind of explain a little better. I want to say maybe this maneuver here, or is the next one, you definitely want that below 10, or he's going to use a different skill. Anyway, so again, unkillable here. Just a bunch of A1s, and we're just letting Heartseeker, when it comes around, do the damage. I definitely should have changed the masteries on her and put that cycle of magic, just so every maybe once blue moon it comes around. So it's nice though when either one of the cleansers gets a turn right after this, so they can cleanse it off, especially with Marala in here with the 1-star, because Relic Pretender hitting with that 5-star cleanses, so we see 6 to 1 on that counter there. But little by little we're getting through this. Okay, again, get it back up to 2-turn unkillable. Just keep that counter down with a bunch of boring A1s. Add some more poisons there, which is nice. A1 there. Heartseeker, so we're getting close. Some more A1s. Now, this won't hurt us because we're going to put unkillable on him anyway, so we're not hitting the boss. Unfortunately, the Heartseeker is going to have to hit them with Enfeeble on, and then we're going to cleanse, so we're going to get up to 13. But we get it back down under 10 there, so we're good to go. We should sail smooth through this. And again, we're in final build, so you won't have to build them again. You build them once and be done, manual way to the top. Also, I don't recommend having counterattack on Gnarlhorn. Doesn't hurt. It could be actually good if you might want it on there if he has low blessings there. Like he's only got 2-star, it would be helpful if you don't have enough blessings elsewhere. And we're kind of on the end there, so it wouldn't hurt to put counterattack on, because he can't weak hit, so he's going to help decrease that that counter down. But in doing so, you slow down your run, especially when you get up there ready to do auto. Oh, so close. All right, just to maintain the habit there. And this, like I said, it does get tedious. So, all right, stage 15 done, 10 was done. So it looks like it's still working even with the final builds. Like I said, I was just curious there. So that was green 24 is force. So let's pick stage 21 here so we can run the gambit. I'm not going to talk you through anymore. Hopefully by now you've seen what to look for, what kind of pattern really that we're just going around doing. It's pretty simple. It's mostly A1s, and then, you know, the Heartseeker when it's available. Don't use the unkillable yet. It's really the start right here. You get it set up, and then you kind of develop into a pattern. I'm going to go ready silent, and we'll see if we get through this one. Again, so we're getting higher, so we got to watch out for that if he starts critting us too much. And boom, you can see that the run failed there. I'm going to try it one more time here, just because of the crit, but we're going to see if it's a timing issue or the fact that I got crit there a few times and the counter went a little high, but could be a timing issue as well. So we will see here in this replay stage 21 and see if we get through it, but going radio silent while I do. Okay, so we failed again here on stage 21 because he kept critting us. I'm 99% sure, won't say 100%, but I'm 99% sure this will work if we have some higher blessings on, say, Mithrawla and or Cold Heart or whatever. But because he hit us with those crits and it jumped up too quick. Let's see, just for purposes here, if it ends the battle. Guess I hit continue. In the battle, let's jump to 24. Maybe we'll get lucky with some RNG on 24 here. That will go our way, but you know, 21 there, not quite halfway down the HP is when the tune kind of turned and he was hitting us a touch too late there, and we were getting too many enfeebles put on Cold Heart and or Paragon, and we were getting hit with those along with getting crit, so it was like just double whammy there. Where, you know, Mithrawla cleansing off is better here for me, like I said, because she's a 1-star blessing and she's 5-star, so I want her to hit, knock that counter down. Anyway, we'll see at the finish line on this one or on the blow up in my face line. There we go. Game over. I figured this one would definitely run smoother as long as we didn't get crit, which we did once in there, but we just got crit once kind of at an inopportune time, but not twice to throw it totally out of whack by crazily increasing that counter. But we're real close to the speeds here for auto run for stage 25. So there we go. I think it can be done. Again, man, you know, even maybe a 2-star, but 3-star on the secondary cleanser there would definitely help things. You know, of course, if you have higher blessings, be a lot better. Real quick, go back to the Bastion here. Go to recently used. Again, 270 speed. 284 speed. 247 speed. And I'm basically just showing you that, you know, we went through it, no changing or anything. Like, oh, he made magic stats. I just want a proof in the pudding there. 175 speed on Paragon. And lastly, 183 on Gnarlhorn. So, there you go there. What are some other options for, let's see, let's include the vault, but other effects, positive effects, and I believe it's remove debuffs. So you got Mithrawla, you got Reliquary Tender. Ugo's not going to work. I don't think it's on a 3-turn cooldown. Sifi is mainly just for like Rhodos. Thalia, I don't know. Let's hide. Let's see if Thalia's is on a 3-turn cooldown. I think it's this one. That's no, remove all of it. This is from a single target, so that's not going to be good there. But Pythion, his cleanse, 3-turn cooldown, so definitely he would work if you had a higher blessing Pythion. A second Reliquary Tender would be fine. She's going to be single target. Sky Touch Shaman. Removes all debuffs from all allies, places block debuffs, and a revive on death. But that's on a 4-turn cooldown, so unfortunately, I don't necessarily think that's going to work. Anybody else? Doom Priest, but she's only removing one at a time. What does Melga have? A cleanse? Shield. Shield continuous heal. A chance of removing one random debuff from a random ally, so that's not going to work. I want to say, I could have sworn she was on this, oh, I don't. Elva, but she puts the increased speed, so probably wouldn't use her. Just another reliquary tender would be best. Real quick, though, while we're still going, so let's go real quick, show you, just in case you didn't watch the other video, team setup, and all rares. Not going to do super raids because if Gnarlhorn gets crit, kind of want you to see that. On the same token, I don't. Okay, take it off auto, and boom. See, he got hit with a crit. I'm not quite there with the stats. This run is already over. Now, replay it again on auto. Jesus, twice in a row. I'm going to waste a whole bunch of energy on this just trying to show you that this thing will work on full auto. Gnarlhorn is chopping my hide, wasting my energy there. There. Now we're good to go. He didn't get killed, but he's right there in that danger zone. So I need to get definitely his defense up. His HP should be good. That's the caveat here. Now, if you can get to 60, 70,000 HP, like on my main, he's at 70,000 HP and 3,000 defense. I don't have to worry about him getting killed from that first shot. But once we got the unkillable on there, it's not coming off, and this full auto will go. So we'll just sit back. I'll let it run. You'll see it fly by at 16 times speed. And for me, I'll see you in about another 2.5 minutes. There you go. Just under 3 minutes. Almost my fastest time there. So as long as Gnarlhorn doesn't get crit to the max there on that first hit, we're good to go. It's full auto, so you can see nothing has changed there. Now, I was thinking about it a little bit more. Cardi-L could serve as a second cleanser, or Mithrala. And the reason I recommend those two are their Void or a second Reliquary Tender, because they're Void, so you don't have to worry about them weak hitting as you change affinities. Like the new guy, Alturion Blade Master. He's on a 3-turn cooldown, but he is Spirit Affinity, so going up against Magic Boss, you're going to screw yourself because he is taking a turn and hitting, and he's going to weak hit, and that's going to up the counter. That's not good, which means you're going to have to alternate at least between 2 3-turn cleansers if you're not on Void. Now, another little caveat here, the slower Cold Heart doesn't have to be a DPS. If you don't, you could actually say you got 3, 4, 5-star blessing on good old, oh, Jesus Christ, Ward Maiden. The farmable rare, but she's blue affinity, so she won't weak hit on 25. You won't want to go up, but you won't be doing that anyway, going up to rank with her. But you could throw her with the correct amount of speed, goes HP and defense to the reasonable level there, and enough accuracy to land her decreased defense. And now Cold Heart can hopefully max out her damage there on the boss. I don't know who else. It could be anybody else, really. Another Void. It doesn't have to be Cold Heart, but 10% max HP, potentially 10% max HP. That's 20% each time they go around a hit. But there are some other options there I want to point out, and a caveat: if you're going to use when you're using a secondary cleanser, be careful. Like on this one, right? Alterion in place of Reliquary Tender would be a bad idea. Queen Eva is not, or Elva is not good, but Cardiel would be great. Let me see. I think his Bad Alcazar, he is definitely force. Removes all debuffs. Bad Alcazar could be in there as a secondary cleanser there. He's on a 3-turn cooldown, so he would work against everything but Spirit, but would definitely work on 25 here. So you got to be careful with like Pythion and all of that. I don't know. I think Riho has she has a cleanse of all allies. So another one, Riho, but a lot of people don't have Riho or Cardiel. But getting a second Reliquary Tender is probably not without merit there. You may even have a second one anyway. Just kind of sucks to build it knowing that you're just doing it to climb. Whereas with Thrala, hey, you might have to tweak the speed a little bit and, go about your day once you're done climbing. And for me, I didn't even change your speed. That's what I run her at. Anyway, so I wanted to follow up saying, yes, it's possible. Hopefully you get some blessings and have a little higher blessings than I do, because I'm just, like I said, on the lower limit, so it's not good. I have a fail condition built in, not only to Gnarlhorn, but with that blessing level if I get crit too much. Anyway, I wanted to update this saying, hey, one build does it all. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Have a nice day.